progression, levels of a professional. Skip school, cream my whole lessons, confessions of a
The only stadium to have its own pirate ship, Raymond James Stadium, will be the location for our game between Arizona and Pittsburgh. Let's take you now to Tom Hammond and Chris Collinsworth, who are getting set for the kickoff.
With clear skies in the forecast, we should be set for tonight's game. Thanks for joining us. Tom Hammond here, and beside me, Chris Collinsworth. This is it, the Super Bowl. The game promises to be evenly matched, pitting the best of the AFC and the best of the NFC. Chris, your thoughts on this game?
Well, if you love the game the way I do, this has to be just so exciting for you. I love the atmosphere, all the fans, even the halftime show. Everything about the Super Bowl is great.
We're just about ready for the opening kickoff. Let's take it down to the field. And this kick will get the game started. Drilled at the 28-yard line. I'm sure they'd like to come away with some points as they take the field for the first time. The offense will take over at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10. Harkert is the deep back as they line up in the I. They go with the run. Stiff arms, and he's brought down. Takes the handoff and responds with a 7-yard gain. They'll need about 3 yards here on 2nd down. The Steelers come out showing 3 wide. Drops back. Looks for a man open. It's completed. Hit hard at the 49-yard line. Good pickup by the receiver.
And we've always talked about this receiver's big play ability. He may not be the fastest guy in the league, but you can tell he wants the ball in his hands in big situations.
1st down, 10 to go. Ball on the 49-yard line. The Steelers go with the I formation. And they'll run him again. The defender gets him to the ground. Harkert gets about 4 yards on the play. It's 2nd and 6 coming up. Ball on the 47. The Steelers come out with 3 wide receivers. Quarterback in the shotgun.
Here you go.
They'll give it off here. He's dropped at the 42. Harkert picks up 5 yards with the carry.
Gain of 5.
Offense comes out needing just a yard for the first. Roethlisberger lines up under center. I formation this time. Gets the throw away. To the 10. And he scores. What a play. You don't usually see a tight end get that far down the field for the score.
And I usually don't see tight ends that can run like that. Boy, what a play that was to go up and make that catch and still stick it in for the touchdown.
They'll look to tack on the extra point. Extra point is good. Pittsburgh is up a score. Here's a quick look at the drive summary. Here's the kick. He'll return it from the 1. At the 30. Drop at the 40. You always want to have a successful first drive. It really sets the tone for the whole game offensively. Let's see how they do here. They'll go to work at the 40. They'll come out in the I. Calls the play at the line. Drops back. All kinds of pressure. He throws a bullet across the middle. He's tackled at the 47-yard line. He delivered a nice throw on that drop back, completing it for a pretty good gain.
You know, there aren't many guys who work any harder than this guy, both in the offseason and during the week of practice. He isn't the most physically gifted quarterback I've ever seen, but you can tell the time he puts in the film room, in the weight room, and he understands the game of football.
What a hit! Maybe a yard, and that makes it 3rd down.
No gain.
They line up at the 48. Warner is in the gun. 3 wide receivers. Warner changes the play at the line. And they'll try and get the first through the air. There for the reception. He steps out at the 48-yard line. And that was a close call.
Yeah, barely picking up the first down there and really taking the pressure off the coach of having to make a 4th down decision.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 48-yard line. Arizona comes out with an I formation. Little handoff. Dropped behind the line. The defense got the job done on that play.
Really impressive play that time by this defensive line. It wasn't just one guy, but every guy up front just dominating their guy at the point of attack.
Arizona changing their play. Looking to throw. Passes it. Tipped away. And the defender breaks up the play.
Just great position that time on the defensive side. The receiver really never had a chance on that one.
The Cardinals line up with 2 tight ends. He's looking to throw. Short pass to his left. And they get him at the 33-yard line. Good gain on the pass to the running back.
It's tough to pay too much attention to a running back in the passing game because at least half the time they're staying in the block. So when they do slip out, occasionally they can hit you for a big play.
First and 10. They'll come out in the shotgun. Back to throw. Looks down the field. Brings this one in. He's tackled at the 23. You can tell these guys practice that play quite a bit.
Yeah, I can remember hearing stories about old-time players in the NFL that literally they could go out in the pitch black and make throws and catches without really even seeing the ball. That's the kind of timing we're seeing today.
From the 23-yard line. Warner is lined up under center. They'll come up in an I this time. James will run it again. Gets in for the touchdown. Perfect time to go with the run. What a touchdown.
They just ran it right at him, didn't they? And they were not going to be stopped on that one. Nice job up front by the offensive line to control the point of attack. They got an excellent push right from the snap, and the running back did the rest.
And this for the tie. Extra point is good. And we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. The kicker looks ready to send it deep. The kick is away. He's hammered at the 25. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. They'll get the ball here at the 25. First and 10. Pittsburgh goes with the ace set here. The halfback with the carry. Brought down around the 31-yard line. The running back picks up 6 on that play. Second and 4 coming up here. Harkert is the deep back as they line up in the I. Harkert, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 34, and he picks up about 4. That'll bring up third down. Third down and short now. Ball on their own 34. The Steelers line up with an offset I backfield. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. He doesn't get back to the line. The defense was ready on that series, and they had all the answers for what the offense tried to do.
And that's a humbling experience for any offense. When you go out there and have those 3-and-out series, You just go back to the sideline a little embarrassed, and the defense, they're upset.
The Steelers line up to punt. Berger is waiting for the snap. Gets the punt away. He's tackled around the 29-yard line. They really did a good job keeping him contained on that one.
Yeah, that certainly wasn't one of his best efforts there. Maybe if he would have gotten a little more help from his blockers, he could have broken one out of there. You know, sometimes it just takes one good block to create a seam to get one up the field.
The Cardinals changing their play at the line. First down, looking to throw. He throws left, makes the reception. Tackled right around the 32-yard line. Poe picks up about 4 yards with the catch. They line up at the 33. James lines up as the deep back, I formation. Fakes the run, looking for an open man. Probably a good decision to throw it away.
Fastball incomplete.
You need a good release on this pass. Keep this drive moving.
Now they'll face a 3rd and 6 situation. Ball on the 33. Arizona using an audible. Back to throw. Scans the field. Rolls right. Throws right. Knocked away. And here's a perfect opportunity to take a closer look. Graham punts it, and he kicked this one pretty well. Holmes fields it at the 22. Brought down around the 43-yard line. And that was a pretty nice return there, Chris.
He was just a couple of steps away from breaking that one all the way. This coverage team better start stepping up, or he's going to take one in for 6.
They'll take over at the 43-yard line. It's 1st and 10. The Steelers line up with an offset eye backfield. Hands it to the back. Cuts back, and he's dropped 5 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. Second and 5. Ball on their own 48. Roethlisberger lines up under center. They'll line up in the I formation. Parker gets another handoff. He's dropped right around the 48-yard line. A pickup of about 3.
Nice call there by the defensive coordinator, coming with the outside linebacker blitz, which really puts some pressure on this group up front.
From the 49-yard line, the Cardinals are up tight on the receivers. The Steelers come out in bunch formation. Miller goes in motion. Fakes the run. Rockets it. Makes the grab. He's tackled at the 35, and that one will go for a first.
And really top-notch quarterbacks know how to throw a football in there without leading his receiver into trouble. That was a great throw.
From the 35-yard line, Parker alone in the backfield. Looking for a receiver, and he caught it. He's brought down at the 30. Nice pass and catch on that play that gets him a lot closer.
Yep, and that's really just the way they drew that one up. You take what the defense gives, looking to move the ball efficiently downfield with intermediate passes.
It's 2nd and 5 here. Ball on the 30-yard line. They come out in the nickel. Looking to throw. He throws right. Steps out right around the 24-yard line. Nice pass for the quarterback on that one with the defense bearing down on it.
Hey, no need to force it. He just took what the defense gave him there, found the open man, and picked up a few yards.
They'll line it up again on 3rd down. The defense comes up tight on the coverage. He fakes it, rifles it to the right. Brought down at the 15. That one worked pretty well.
It sure did, and I wish all our fans could see what's happening down the field on all our television broadcasts, because so much of the game now is won and lost in the secondary.
From the 15-yard line, They line up in the red zone for the first time today. They'll keep it on the ground again. He lost yardage on the play. He was caught with nowhere to go.
This is a pretty good running back, and if you can hem him up like that, pretty impressive.
And this is play number 8 on this drive. Single back formation. Again, he'll get the call. Makes a cut, and he will be hit and dropped. Parker gets about 4 yards on the counter play. Third down now, 7 yards to go. Ball on the 11. Arizona lines up with their dime defense. Roethlisberger back to pass. Goes through his read. Scrambles for yardage. It'll be first and goal. Seems like nobody on this defense can make a play when they need it.
It's just exhausting for a defensive unit to constantly get an offense to a third down situation, think you have a chance to get off the field, and keep giving up those first downs.
First and goal. Ball on the 2-yard line. Let's see if they try to hammer it in here. Huge pressure by the defense. And he makes the catch. Touchdown. And that one worked just like they drew it up.
You have to be careful with this offense not to pay too much attention to those great receivers on the outside. Sometimes those tight ends can really be a problem. Boy, did that pay off big.
This should add the extra point. Here's the kick. Up and good. Pittsburgh is up 7. And now we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. Good distance on the kick. He'll take it from the 2. Drop at the 34. So as the offense heads back onto the field, we'll take this time to remind you that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game. They'll set up shop at the 34-yard line. Arizona lines up in the offset eye this time. Drops back. Looking for an open man. Gets the pass out. And it's completed. He's tackled right around the 46-yard line. Everything seemed to work perfectly on that one.
And that's a pattern that this team likes to run. You know they've been studying that all week on film, and yet they still can't stop it.
They line up at the 47. Warner lines up under center. They'll line up in the I formation. The Cardinals changing their play at the line. They'll throw on first down. Dumps it out left. Great open field tackle. Pretty good read on that play to find the open man.
And that's an area where he excels. He works his way through his progressions quickly and doesn't hesitate when he sees the receiver break free in coverage.
From the 48-yard line, the Cardinals line up in an I formation. Arizona sends a man in motion. James gets the call. Tackled at the 41-yard line. And with that run, his team will have a fresh set of downs to work with.
In the NFL, if you can run the ball for 7 yards and a first down, it just puts so much pressure on the defense because now they have to play the run and they have to play the pass.
They line up at the 41. Warner lines up under center. 4 wide receivers. Warner calls an audible. James on the give. Brought down at the 36-yard line. They gain 5 yards there. That'll bring up second down.
Throw the screen at him. Make sure you give him time to set up before you throw it out there.
Second down and 5. The Cardinals come out in a single back formation. Warner adjusts the play at the line. Drops back to pass with the throw, and it's caught. He's dropped around the 21-yard line. What happened there?
Well, the defense was in zone coverage. They got good pass protection, and anytime that happens, it tends to really stretch those zones and widen the holes.
First down, 10 to go. I formation here. The Cardinals use motion. Warner hands it off. He's brought down at the 19, just about 3 yards there.
Well, that time the outside linebacker came on the run blitz. They got some penetration and shut down the play.
2nd and 7 situation here. This will be their first snap inside the 20 today. 2 minutes left in the half.
Your guys can smell the end zone. Give it to your back and let them finish this drive off.
It's 2nd down and 7 to go. Ball on the 19. And they get him right around the 16-yard line. A couple of yards there.
Middle linebacker blitzed on that one, and you could see that the quarterback just didn't see it in time to audible out of that play, and let's give credit to the defense. They won that battle.
From the 17-yard line. They line this one up in shotgun. 4 wide receivers are split out in the formation. Arizona uses motion. Arizona using an audible. Warner is looking to stay perfect on this drive. There for the catch. They bring him down, and it's 1st and goal. Great pickup for the first on that one.
And really what makes NFL football so special is the ability of these quarterbacks to throw it and these great receivers to catch it. That's just fun to watch.
Here they go. 1st and goal, down by a touchdown. 3 wide receivers set. Adjustment at the line now. Back to throw. Defense closing in. He gets in for 6. Touchdown, Arizona. This kick should knock things up. Set down. The kick is up. It's good. And here's your drive summary for that last series. Arizona will send this one deep. Moore and Russell are back deep to field this kick. The kick. He's hammered at the 30. Once again, we'll take this opportunity to remind you that this game is brought to you by the fine folks at EA Sports. They'll go to work at the 30. First down now and 10 to go. Roethlisberger is in the shotgun, empty backfield. Roethlisberger drops back to pass. On the run, he throws it. He's dropped at the 39-yard line. Strong, accurate throw leads to a pretty good gain.
Yeah, they didn't pick up the first down that time, but you drop back, you make a good throw like that. Now you're in position to try and pick up this first down.
2nd and a yard. Ball on the 39. Parker, the lone back. Looks to pass. Short pass to his left. He gets knocked out of bounds around the 38-yard line. That'll go for a 1-yard loss.
They did a great job of keeping containment there. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that one.
From their own 38-yard line. Parker lines up as the single back. They'll throw for the first. Scans the field. It falls incomplete, and that will be a 3-and-out for the offense after that incompletion.
There's nothing more frustrating for an offense to come in and go 3-and-out. That's just embarrassing.
It's 4th down. The Steelers lining up to punt. He gets it away. Makes the fair catch. On their last drive, they had success with their passing game. We'll see if they go back to the aerial attack as the offense heads onto the field. They'll get the ball here at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Goes to one knee again.
Look. You see how they playing?
Is he going to try to do it again?
Oh, it's different when you walk to somebody else.
The first half comes to a close with our score all tied up.
I'll tell you, these plays here really seem to have an impact on how this one has gone so far.
The kick is away. He'll return it from the 4-yard line. He's tackled at the 31. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. They'll start at the 31. Warner is in the shotgun. 4-wide formation. Warner calls for motion left. The Cardinals changing their play at the line. He drops back. Looks for a man open. Is there for the catch. Defense falls on it. The receiver should have held on to that one.
Wide receivers are pretty good at catching the football. They're not always good at running with the football. It takes a lot of strength to hold on to that ball, and he gave it up.
They'll start this drive at the 37. Roethlisberger steps to the line of scrimmage. 3 wide receivers this time. He's tackled at the 35. That's a 2-yard gain.
Well, that was the perfect time for them to call a blitz. They got in there, filled up all the gaps, brought down the running back for a short gain.
From the 35-yard line, Pittsburgh comes out with 2 tight ends. And they'll run him again. And he makes it out to about the 34-yard line. Parker gains about a yard on the play.
Ouch. You take too many shots like that as a running back, you start peeking around a little bit before you get that football.
We've got a 3rd and 6. The defense is changing their play. It's the tailback. He gets out to about the 32-yard line. Got a couple, but will still be short of the marker.
Yeah, and for a minute it looked like he might slip out of there, but the defense got there, the pursuit was all over it, and they made a nice stop.
It's 4th down. The Steelers lining up to punt. And they can really put their opponent in bad field position with a good punt here. He punts it. It'll go out at the 9-yard line. So as the offense heads back onto the field, we'll take this time to remind you that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game. The offense will start at the 9. It's 1st and 10. Warner steps to the line of scrimmage. 2 backs in the eye. They hand it off. He's brought down at the 10. Didn't get much. That brings up 2nd down. Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 10. The Cardinals come out in the ace formation. He's changing things up. Looking for a receiver. with the catch. Tackled at the 29-yard line. He was covered and still caught the ball.
And really, when you talk about the guys who have some of the best hands in the league, this guy is clearly on that list.
First down now and 10 to go. Ball on the 29. Warner comes to the line, 3-wide formation. He'll get it again. He's tackled at the 40. After that run, they might want to give him the ball a few more times.
I agree. It looks like the defense is a little tired out there. Whatever the case, they're having a tough time now stopping the run.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 40. The Cardinals line up in an I formation. Warner changes the play at the line. Drops back to pass. Goes through his read. Throws the deep pass. Tipped it away. A great play by the defense to knock the ball away.
And these defenders have been close all day. You better be careful if you're the quarterback. One of those is going to turn into an interception.
Second down now with 10 to go. The Cardinals come out in a shotgun set. Fitzgerald is the motion man. Trying to change the play. Surveys the field. Tipped away. And now the offense will be faced with a third down situation.
You need some serious yards on this play.
Third and 10 coming up. Ball on the 40-yard line. The Cardinals set up in the gun. Sees something and changes the play. Back to pass. Looks down the field. Scrambles left. And he catches it. He's dropped around the 45-yard line. A decent pickup on the pass play.
Yeah, and that's frustrating for a defense. They had good coverage on the play. The receiver just found a way to catch that one.
First down now and 10 to go. Ball on the 45. Warner steps to the line of scrimmage. They'll come up in an I this time. The Cardinals use motion. Warner with the give. He's brought down right around the 40-yard line. 3 yards there.
Very effective call that time by the defensive coordinator, bringing the outside linebacker a terrific way to give your defense some help in stopping the run.
Second and 7 coming up here. This is the 8th play of this drive. Adjustment at the line now. He's looking to throw. Steps up in the pocket. All kinds of pressure. He decides to run. 5, maybe 6 yards there on the scramble.
Gain of 6. When you want to see what coverage they're in, one of the things you can try is sending your receiver in motion. A lot of times they'll take their coverage guy and move him with the motion guy, and that shows that it's man coverage.
That brings up another third down attempt. Warner comes to the line under center. He has 2 backs behind him. Warner hands off. He's tackled around the 31-yard line. Another third down conversion.
This time they go to the ground to convert their second third down on this drive. And right now you can just begin to feel this offense's confidence grow.
From the 31-yard line, Warner steps to the line of scrimmage. They'll come up in an I this time. The pocket is collapsing. Makes the throw out to his right. Oh, you gotta catch that. The defender got there in time to break that play up.
He did. He was able to get his hands on the ball, but if he had missed that one might have turned into a really big play.
Warner with 3 wide receivers. He may have changed things up. Back to pass. Looks for a man open. Pass completed. Brought down right around the 22-yard line. The defense didn't have a chance on that one. Great throw that time.
Yeah, really not much a defense can do when you get a guy that can throw the football like that. You know, you get yourselves in position defensively, you think you're in the right spot, you're going to make a play, and a guy makes a throw like that, and you go, hey, that's a good throw.
James gets the call again. He's brought down about the 15-yard line. And again, they convert on third down.
That's the third time now they've had them to third down, and the third time they've been unable to get off the field. Give this offense some credit. They keep coming up with clutch plays in big situations.
Arizona changing their play. They motion to the right. They'll throw on first down. Scans the field. They picked it off. Great catch by the linebacker. Not a smart throw from the quarterback.
You know, it's hard to believe that you can lose a guy that big, but sometimes those linebackers dropping underneath in coverage, quarterbacks just don't see him, and he threw it right to him.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 15-yard line. Single back formation. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. And they get him at the 19-yard line. 4-yard gain on the play. And that will bring up second down. Second and 6. Ball on their own 19. The Steelers line up in an I formation. Roethlisberger drops back. Throws it short. Brings it in. Defense pushes him out of bounds at the 35. These days, you need a back who has good hands.
Yeah, running backs today have to be really complete players. You mentioned the fact they have to be able to catch the football and make plays on the outside, but blocking is so key as well. You have to be able to do it all if you're going to be playing halfback in the NFL.
They get 2 yards.
And that's why you send all those guys to plug up the holes, and that time there were no holes, really, and he was lucky to get anything on the play.
They line up with one running back in the backfield, 3 wide. They'll keep it on the ground again. Brought down at the 41-yard line. Parker picks up 5 yards with the carry. From their own 41-yard line. Roethlisberger lines up under center. I formation this time. With the pass, it's intercepted. He's dropped at the 47-yard line. Well, he looked like he was in the right place at the right time.
Unless you're the quarterback, then he was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
First down now and 10 to go. Ball on the 47. Arizona goes with the ace set here. Warner doesn't like what he sees. Not much time to throw. And it's tipped away. That one could have easily been intercepted.
As a quarterback, you have to go through your reads. That was his first look on that play, and he shouldn't have stayed with it that long. That was a bad decision.
Warner calls an audible. Drops back, surveys the field. In and out of his hands. And now the offense will be faced with a third down situation. Third down now, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 47. They come out with 4 wide receivers. Warner adjusts the play at the line. He's looking to throw. Goes through his read. He leaps. It's caught. That was a pretty nice play.
And the wide receiver saved the quarterback there. Anytime you get a ball up in there, you are in danger of a tip ball, an interception, but good strong hands that time by the wideout.
Great game so far. After 3 quarters, it's all tied up.
You need to keep these guys honest. Power it up between the tackles a time or two.
First and 10. Ball on the 34. Arizona comes out with an I formation. Hands it to the back. And he's hammered at the 31. James gets 3 yards on the carry.
That was a big shot right there. You talk about getting your bell rung. That was the Liberty Bell ringing that time.
Second and 7 coming up here. One-man backfield. Changes this one at the line. Drops back to pass. He throws on the run. He's tackled around the 15-yard line. And a nice pass to the tight end.
So much of the game today revolves around those substitution packages, trying to bring extra defensive backs on the field to try and help against the pass. But when you have a big receiving tight end, that really makes that plan awfully tough to execute.
From the 15-yard line, Warner lines up under center. 4 receivers are split out wide. Warner calls for motion left. Warner changes the play at the line. First down, looking to throw. Makes the throw out to his left. Finally make the tackle, and it will be first and goal. What happened there, Chris?
Well, they got caught in man-to-man coverage on that play, and I couldn't tell if the defender slipped a little bit or not. Maybe he just got beat on the play.
You got to think that keeping them to a field goal would be a huge victory for the defense here. James, again, is going to be tackled for a loss. There was no way that defensive end was letting him go by.
Yeah, you could really see the defensive end on that one, controlling his blocker, biding his time, and simply waiting there to make the play.
Second and goal coming up. Ball on the 1-yard line. Arizona will line up in a jumbo set here. They'll give it off here. Brought down behind the line. The defense just ate up that play.
Well, those defenders get paid too, and every once in a while they win the battle. Clearly that time they were all over this offensive line.
Big play here for both teams. It's third and goal from the 2. Out of the gun. They're calling an audible. Looks down the field. And he dropped it.
Complete pass. Number 34, the intended receiver on the play. 4th down.
4th down. He'll kick this from the 10, a 20-yard attempt. And it's good. Solid kick that time, and he puts it right through the uprights, converting for the field goal. Rackers will kick it deep. He kicks it. Dropped at the 30. Once again, we'll take this opportunity to remind you that this game is brought to you by the fine folks at EA Sports. The offense will start at the 30, 1st and 10. The backfield is in the offset I formation. Nice play fake. Short throw to the left. And he has room to run. Steps out at the 36-yard line. 6-yard pickup.
Just keeps the ball moving down the field. 6-yard gain and a little progress.
So second down now. The offense needs about 4 for the first. 3 wide receivers on the field. The quarterback in the shotgun. Passes it out. Completed. And he made a great open field tackle. Excellent pass by the quarterback on that play.
I'm really enjoying watching the timing between this receiver and the quarterback. We're seeing a well-schooled offense now going to work.
From their own 46-yard line. They come out in a goal line set. Roethlisberger fakes the handoff. Catch is made. He gets knocked out of bounds at the 38. Great time for that type of pass. It worked to perfection.
And that was a nice job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback enough time to survey the field and find the open guy.
It's 1st and 10. They'll go from the I formation. First down, looking to throw. Throws a bullet, and he catches another. Brought down around the 19-yard line. A nice completion to the tight end.
I always thought tight ends were sort of like pacifiers for babies. You know, just about the time that you need a little security blanket, you know where to go.
From the 19-yard line, the defense calls an audible. He fakes it, dumps it out right. He's pushed out around the 14-yard line. Short pattern results in a completion for the offense.
You know, that's not one of those plays that's a huge gain by any means, but that's really the essence of an offensive game plan. You have to start hitting some of those short intermediate routes, and that begins to open everything else up.
Tries for the end zone. Intercepted. And he's drilled at the 3. And they really could have done without that.
Just when you started to think this offense was starting to find themselves, they have a chance here late in the game, you throw an ugly pick. That's a disaster.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on their own 3. Warner lines up in the shotgun. 3-wide formation. Drops back to pass. Looking for a receiver. Makes the catch. He gets knocked out of bounds right around the 8-yard line. Looks like he's a bit shaken up on that one. They line up at the 9. I formation here. They give it to the tailback. Brought down at the 16. James picked up a nice gain of 7 yards. That'll give them the first. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 16. They line up in an I. Tackled at about the 17-yard line. The running back gains 2 yards on the carry.
Not very often in a game does a defender get a clean shot like that on a running back. Typically, the running back didn't see it coming to take that kind of a shot.
2nd and 8. Ball on the 18. Arizona lines up in the offset I this time. They motion to the left. Huge hit. It looked as if the offensive line just collapsed.
And it looked like this defensive line just beat them off the snap. Sometimes those guys can time out the quarterback's cadence, and if the quarterback doesn't start changing that snap count, his offensive line is going to really struggle.
Third down now, 9 to go. Ball on their own 17. The Cardinals set up in the gun. He drops back to pass, looking for an open man. Broken up, and he just managed to get a piece of it. Nice play by the defender.
And as a receiver, you really have to do a better job of coming back to the football at that point. You have to help the quarterback.
So, it's 4th down. The Cardinals ready to punt this one away. They get this one off, and it's a great kick. Holmes fields it at the 37. He's tackled at the 49-yard line.
Okay, it's decision time now. Do you settle for the field goal, try and take it to overtime, or you go ahead and take your shots at the end zone? Personally, I want to try and win it. I don't want to leave it in the hands or the foot of a field goal kicker, and I certainly don't want to take a chance on a coin toss in overtime.
They'll set up shop at the 49-yard line. First down now and 10 to go. Little handoff. We have 2 minutes left to play in this game. The back gets 3 on the carry.
Gain of 3.
2nd and 7. Roethlisberger lines up in the shotgun. Looks to pass. Looks for a man open. Comes down with it. Washington picks up about 5 yards with the catch. They line up at the 42. Roethlisberger lines up under center. 3 receivers are split out wide. Back to throw. And they're coming after him. He's there for the catch. Brought down at about the 33-yard line. It looks like they're going to go no huddle. Arizona makes an adjustment on defense. Drops back on first down. Strong throw. This one won't find a target. Parker was the intended receiver, but the pass fell incomplete.
Until I get 100.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 34-yard line. The Steelers come out in the ace formation. Roethlisberger sends a guy in motion to the right. He's looking to throw. Short throw to the right, and he's out of bounds, incomplete. The quarterback led the receiver just a little too much.
Yeah, he put a little too much on that pass and forced the receiver to make the catch out of bounds.
Pretty obvious passing down here. The offense facing a 3rd and long situation that they need to convert. Goes through his read. Rifles it out there. Pass is complete. Knocked out of bounds at the 17. Pretty good gain right there.
You have so many people on this offense that you have to account for. The tight ends, the wide receivers, the running backs, even the quarterbacks. And now they're throwing to the fullback. That's almost not fair.
From the 17-yard line. 6 DBs on the field for the defense. He drops back to pass. Looks down the field. He makes another reception on the drive. They pick up solid yardage there.
And I love to watch this wide receiver work. He is so patient with his routes. He gets down low into his cuts, and he really understands what the defense is trying to do to take him away, and he is working them over.
First down now. They'll be looking for 6 points here. The Steelers go with the I formation. Roethlisberger hands off. Hit and drop behind the line. Nice job by the defensive end to get in there and get the tackle for the loss.
This guy's really one of the strengths on this defense. Not only is he able to turn the corner and get some pressure on the quarterback, but he's rock solid against the run.
Six more yards for the score. Play fake. The pocket is collapsing. Oh, and they got him. It seems these days being a defensive end isn't just all about trying to run your blocker over to get to the quarterback.
Yeah, you see more and more of these guys that are a little undersized for defensive linemen, but they make up for that size and bulk with great speed and agility. If they can turn the corner, they can really make a difference in a game.
He's tackled around the 3-yard line. They weren't ready for a run by the quarterback.
Yeah, and the key is making that first pass rusher miss you. More often than not, there's one guy in your way. You can make that first guy miss. A lot of times those defenders have their backs turned and are running away from you.
Well, the kicker is on here, and if this goes, then we have a tie ball game. If not, this one is in the books. Here's a quick look at the drive summary. The kick is away. He'll return it from the 6. Brought down at the 24-yard line. With less than a minute remaining, they'll only need to move to within field goal range.
And that's exactly what they'll be trying to do here. Look for lots of passes to the outside as they try to conserve time defensively, keep them in the field of play.
The offense will start at the 24-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Warner changes the play at the line. Warner calls for motion left. Back to pass. Looking for an open man. He's going for it all. Off the tip, it's caught. That catch puts him over 100 yards receiving.
Not much doubt, is there, Tom, as to who this quarterback likes. He found the guy that he's most comfortable with, and he doesn't care which coverage you're in. He's going to this guy.
He drops back, scans the field. It's completed. He's dropped at the 45. Not much of a gain at all on that completion. What happened on that one?
Well, I think the offense really just trying to make a safe throw rather than taking a big chance and throwing it down the field. You get the ball in the hands of your receiver and let him try and make a play. That time, nothing there.
2nd and 7 situation here. Ball on the 45-yard line, and they're going to take one last shot at the end zone here.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
They motion to the left.
Let's go, we're up. Play smart, man. Right.
Calls the play at the line.
Watch the hard count. It's on 3.
Come on, lock him down.
Turn over, T.
Friday. Tiger. Zebra.
Scatter. Sport. Now y'all feel it. Left. Chain. Let's go, quick games. 44.
They weren't able to get the play off. That'll cost them 5.
Hey, come on, man. Come on, baby.
The live game offense.
What happened there, Chris?
I think sometimes a quarterback just forgets to look at the play clock. They're coming to the line of scrimmage, and as long as you just take a glance at that clock that's down there ticking down, it really should never happen to an offense.
Looks for a man open. Pass is off target. He really just rifled that last pass.
And it just goes to show that arm strength isn't everything. Accuracy and touch is something that is so important for a quarterback.
They'll have one more chance for the end zone. They're changing the play. Warner drops to throw. Rockets it out. There for the reception. We're going to overtime. So it looks like 4 quarters wasn't enough. We're heading to overtime. Here's the kick. From his own goal line. And he gets brought down hard. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. From their own 29-yard line. The Cardinals set up in the gun. Warner sends a man in motion. The Cardinals changing their play at the line. Back to pass. Goes through his read. Still moving. He goes deep this time. He's brought down at the 43-yard line. And that's how you play pitch and catch.
To me, that's the difference in a college quarterback and a professional quarterback. That little touch throw, over the top, beautiful timing. That was a pretty play.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 43. Out of the I formation. They'll give it off here. Brought down around the 41-yard line. Gain of about a yard. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think I'd look for some room off tackle on this one. Remember to follow your block. When you see that seam open up, accelerate right through it.
They line up at the 41. Nickel defense. Arizona changing their play. Bolden goes in motion. Drops back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Excellent pass protection. Fitzgerald was the intended receiver, but they can't complete the pass. The offense calls a timeout. From the 41-yard line. Arizona at a 4-wide set. Warner sends a man in motion. The Cardinals changing their play at the line. Drops back. Looks down the field. Brings this one in. He's dropped at the 33. Despite the great effort, it will still bring up 4th. And they'll keep the offense out there on 4th down. The Cardinals come out in the ace formation. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. Short gain, but more than enough as they convert on 4th down.
Well, when you get in that kind of situation, certainly no surprises. It just comes down to the big offensive lineman against the big defensive lineman, and the big guys on offense won that battle.
1st and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line. Warner back in the shotgun. Arizona motions right. Arizona using an audible. They'll throw on 1st down. He's scrambling. Passes on the move. Steps out at the 21-yard line. And it's the tailback with a big catch.
And tailbacks love that. Anytime they can get into the open field, think about that position. You're constantly pounding the ball inside and getting hit by those big linebackers. Now you get out in open space and you have a chance to make a play.
1st and 10. Ball on the 21. They'll go from the I formation. They'll give it off here. He's dropped for a loss. Looked for a seam, but he wasn't able to find anything.
And let's give credit to the defense. They had a great push there. They got in the backfield, took control of their own gaps.
Second and 12 coming up here. Ball on the 23-yard line. They line up in the I formation. Warner calls an audible. Warner sends a man in motion. Feeds it to the back. Brought down at the 18-yard line. James comes away with 5 yards on the carry.
Gain of 5.
We're at play number 9 on the current drive. Out of the I formation. Little handoff. He's finally dragged down, and now it will be 1st and goal. He just broke that one for a big gain and the 1st down.
Boy, that's a killer on 3rd down to allow that kind of run to be ripped off in there. You're thinking, okay, if they want to throw the ball, take a chance on getting a big play, that's fine. But to see a run go for that kind of a gainer, that makes you sick.
From the 9-yard line. And it's good. Good kick that time as he puts it right through.
Thanks, guys. This was a close one throughout. Here's a look at a few key plays as we wrap this one up. So for Tom Hammond and Chris Collinsworth, I'm John Madden saying goodbye and thanks for tuning in.